Hey, how's it going, everybody? Brian Kibler here. The core set has been announced. Into the Emerald Dream is an expansion that is starting to get revealed very, very slowly, but I'm going to be using this video not necessarily to look forward to the Hearthstone future, but to focus on the current present, because if you guys have been checking out the channel, there has not really been a lot of content recently, and I kind of wanted to use this video to talk about my general thoughts about the game, what kind of content I'm looking into making, as well as just giving my opinion on what it's felt like to make Hearthstone content in the past year. Because I really have not been making that many videos in 2025. I've barely got, let's see, 12 videos in the past 2 months, and there is a very legitimate reason behind why I have not been posting Hearthstone content. And the very short form, the very short answer is, I'm just not enjoying the meta at the moment. Oh my lord, like, it's just like, playing Hearthstone right now feels like you are frustrating yourself more than you're actually giving yourself enjoyment. And that has been like a real problem for me, because I have been trying to find out more ways to make the game enjoyable, more ways to play top legend and maybe have some fun with it. But the short, very sweet answer is, if you are not playing any of these decks right now, you are misplaying. Now, granted, this is a very common thing within Hearthstone, but this current meta and this current rotation just has me so burnt out that I'm already done with the Zerg decks. I don't want to play Terran Shaman anymore. I'm not really a big fan of the Zerg DK, Zerg Hunter archetypes. I kind of like Discover Hunter a little bit, which has some of the Zerg stuff in it, but like, all in on playing like big minions and stuff like that, I gotta be honest with you guys, I just have absolutely no desire to play these Hearthstone decks. And now you might be asking yourself, well, Clark, nobody likes Zerg DK. Why would anybody want to play up against that deck? And I'm here to tell you in this video right now that it has absolutely nothing to do with what's on top of the meta, what's in between, and what memes I'm not having success with. The main reason why I'm not having fun with Hearthstone right now is because it really feels like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, we change everything. There's some sort of big change that we always have to be aware of. Whenever I get asked on stream, oh, hey, Clark, what card should I craft for the meta? I always have to give the preface it of, hey, there might be a change or an update happening pretty soon, so if you want to be smart with your dust, you should probably keep that in mind. But this has been the main problem with me playing Hearthstone in the past year, is that it always seems like there's going to be some future balance change that's going to fix the problem that we have at the moment, and then everything will be saved. Guys, one more nerf and then Hearthstone will be saved. And this is going to be something I really want to say directly to Blizzard, is that I think that for 2025 Hearthstone to be successful, not only do you have to, engage the community and all that kind of stuff, hopefully there's going to be great things happening with esports going in 2025. It's an announcement of an announcement. We don't have anything confirmed as of right now. But the overall sentiment towards Hearthstone is that everyone is always waiting for the next update. And that usually happens because when the cards are released, they're unbalanced one way or another. I mean, look at the Shafar Hunter, for example. They literally had to ban that card in, I think, 5 hours of it having gameplay. And this is just really unprecedented for Hearthstone, because we did have the day one Demon Hunter nerfs. And I like the idea of getting rid of cards that are problematic in the meta. But it really sours the experience for a lot of people to know that any deck that they might be enjoying, that they might be having success with, is a deck that is just going to get probably deleted from the game if it's too much of an egregious problem. And it's just like, balance from when the expansion launches is, I feel like, something that we have not really had hit well in the past couple of years in Hearthstone, not just this past year in 2024. But that has been one thing that is really making me not enjoy logging into the game and streaming it, is knowing that if I make a video talking about X deck is probably going to get nerfed, and then suddenly my video catalog for the next for however long that the expansion's going on, it's not going to look that good. So like, if I go back in like the past year, it's like Valera broke Hearthstone again, talking about Psycho Rogue been nerfed. That came out a month ago. It's like, a lot of these videos that I make really don't do all too well unless the deck is popping off at the moment. And another great example of this is the Battlecruiser Shaman and the Shafar Demon. Okay, the Shafar Hunter video didn't really do that well. But it's like, a lot of my videos, unfortunately, are not going to do that well right now, because the Hearthstone meta just generally isn't that impressive to most people at the moment. And if you take a look at what I've been streaming recently, I've been trying out other games. I've been trying to find footing and playing something that's not Hearthstone, because when you look at the Hearthstone Twitch viewership at the moment, it's really all not that high at the moment. I could get some data. I could show you like the downward trajectory of what's going on with Hearthstone right now. But the reason why I'm not going to do that is because, number one, I'm lazy. But number two, the reason why it's not important to show that data is because this is the time of year where Hearthstone is the least exciting. It's the least exciting because there's a new expansion on the rise. If you have a deck right now, it's only going to be a thing for like another month or two at the very most, depending on when rotation happens. So a lot of people are probably just sitting back doing, you know, a little bit of casual stuff with the game, playing a class that they enjoy, but there's not a lot of people, in my opinion, that are really spending a lot of time playing Hearthstone at the moment. And if I was making this video at night versus doing this when I first woke up, then these numbers would be completely different, because when I go to bed, there's barely 7K people watching Hearthstone. So that's just kind of to tell you guys that overall general interest on watching the game, I really feel like has hit an all-time low, besides the 2020 era and like when esports dropped off and all that kind of stuff, and people just kind of fizzled out of Hearthstone content. But I have been really trying to play some other games. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. I've been playing Balatro. I have even started to play World of Warcraft, which is something that I told myself that I would never do because I thought I would become so addicted to this game that it would consume my life. Haven't gotten addicted yet. I love playing with my group called Horn Hub. Name is self-explanatory. It's an A+ name. But yeah, dude, I just really wanted to showcase that I am completely burnt out on Hearthstone right now, to where I really feel like I need to take a break, and I should take a break, but I can't take a break because it's the number one thing paying the bills at the moment. But the thing that's paying the bills at the moment ain't really paying a whole lot right now. So I just kind of wanted to share with my frustrations at the moment, because as I'm feeling right now, I just don't want to make a video that's going to be irrelevant in literally a week. That's the thing that really sucks about my content and making deck guides specifically for Hearthstone, is that there's not a lot of people that are looking out for this kind of stuff. And how exactly can I prove this? Let's take a look at some other Hearthstone creators on their YouTube journey. And this is where I'm going to shout out Zeddy, because I have no idea how this guy is able to come up with a new video every single day pertaining to updating people on Hearthstone, giving them, you know, different content with, like, you know, opinion pieces and tier lists and whatnot. And every now and again, Zeddy has had to go about the normal route of Hearthstone content and talk about different decks that we are seeing. And even Zeddy can't break 10K views with a deck, just regular deck gameplay. Nobody is interested in sitting down and watching Hearthstone gameplay, but most of the Hearthstone views are going to be coming from people either doing something fun or talking about the game. Talking about Hearthstone is by far more beneficial in terms of content than actually physically playing the game at times. And do you have any idea how frustrating that is as a Hearthstone creator? It's just really annoying to put that in perspective. But then when you have Raren's content, even Raren has not been making a lot of Hearthstone content on his main channel. He's been talking about breaking Balatro. He's been talking about more Balatro. He's been trying a bunch of different games like the Bazaar, and just like look at all of his Hearthstone content. Most of his Hearthstone content is now talking about the game, rating cards, bringing on people that haven't talked about the game or haven't learned the game, and seeing their reactions to all these crazy moments. Ha 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 ha. Ceaseless Expanse. It's a 100 mana card. How could that card see play? Ha ha ha. And I'm not knocking that content, by the way. I think it's a great way of being able to bring more people into the game that maybe watch CMO's content and that kind of stuff. Collaborative content between multiple streamers and different games, I feel like, is always going to be a great thing, but it really does say a lot when even Raren on his main channel is only committing like one gameplay video, which is a challenge with a collaboration as well. But it's just really sad to see that even the best Hearthstone creators at the moment are doing everything they can to seem like they don't want to play the game. They want to do other things. And even looking at someone like Brian Kibler, for example. Brian Kibler, 372,000 subscribers, but then when you look at the view count of these videos, they're all gameplay of Hearthstone decks, almost none of these videos are able to crack above 20K. Okay, there's a couple of them that crack over 20K. But this is kind of the point that I'm making, is that not a lot of people are interested in sitting down and watching Hearthstone content. And one thing that is personally very frustrating to me is how I try to do other bits of content, right? And this is where I'm going to bring Flair into the equation, because Flair recently made his video talking about how he's quit Hearthstone and how he's never coming back. And legitimately, in my opinion, I think he made this video a little bit too harsh. I feel like he kind of burnt the bridge down instead of like, hey, maybe I would want to come back to the game. Maybe I would want to do stuff with Hearthstone if I take a break from it. But it seems like he's completely burned that bridge. He's not about playing the game anymore, to where he's made other videos talking about Marvel Rivals, but then more successfully for him, he made a video talking about PowerPoint about straights in Balatro, and then look at this viewership. 26K talking about legendary jokers, 63K talking about vouchers, 45K talking about spectral cards, 44K talking about rare jokers. And this is another example about how people would rather look up something that is talking about the game versus actually sitting there and watching someone else play. Now, I could easily pull up, Raffle Balatro and show you guys exactly how this works out when you do when you make your content extremely good and you have people that actually want to watch it. There is an audience of people that are looking for Balatro gameplay, and some of these numbers are just absolutely crazy, dude. I mean, 123K, 145K, 219K, all about recent videos for Balatro. It seems like Balatro YouTube is doing better than Hearthstone YouTube. So it's just a little bit interesting in order to see how this new game that a lot of people are interested in is starting to get a lot of attention on YouTube, and people are starting to find their creators that they like in order to tell them about these particular games. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I would like to pursue some of these other avenues of content. I would like to try making a Balatro video. I'm currently trying to get a high score and a seed at the moment to show one particular build just being absolutely busted. I have Marvel Rivals content that I would like to do, but the issue with that is the fact that I have to actually be good at the game to get the clips that I need, and I am not that good at FPSs. And if anything, it should be a stream that I do for like a learning experience and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't know what to do with Hearthstone at the moment outside of maybe doing something very similar to what Rarin is doing with like these challenge videos, these collaborations and stuff like that. Because at the moment, it seems like that is the meta of Hearthstone content, is bringing on somebody else, having some fun with a friend, and it very loosely being related to Hearthstone. Like, I needed to put my thoughts out here because I've been sitting on this for like the past month. I've been literally trying to write down ideas of like, what should I do? What should I stream? What should I do, man? I legitimately have no idea on what to do in Hearthstone right now until rotation happens, because rotation is such a big change to where if I'm not talking about it, it feels like that's really the only thing I can do. So you can kind of see me like struggling to kind of talk about what it is that I want to talk about. And that issue is that I just don't know what to do. I'm actually at the first point in my content creator career where I have nothing. I barely have anything that I can really work off of, and I just launch a stream having no idea what I'm doing outside of, well, I guess today I'll play Hearthstone, or today I'll play Balatro, or today I'll play Marvel Rivals, and then when I end up losing, it's the worst thing in the world, dude. It's like, that's the reason why I'm taking losses so personally nowadays, is because it really feels like I don't have anything else to do at the moment, and if I'm not getting these W's, then I'm not getting my clips that I can maybe turn into videos. And it's like, I can make a video on Discover Hunter, I can make a video talking about all these other Hearthstone decks, but they're just going to be made irrelevant anyway. So this is just one really big issue that I have at the moment. I don't really think I have much else to say other than I'm just kind of struggling at the moment. I just don't know what to do, and unfortunately, I feel like I'm in this position of nothing can be changed until rotation happens. So hopefully Blizzard, someone will see this, where it's like the main takeaway, at least for Hearthstone, is that I really think that balance needs to be so much better going into 2025. Forget incentive, forget all this other kind of stuff that's important to keep people engaged. Very bare bones. The balance needs to be here in 2025 because I really do believe it is driving a lot of people away. Content creators don't seem really to be that excited about making content for the game. Again, it is the lull of the end of the year, so there's a lot of people that are just waiting for those big changes. Hopefully this video will be made irrelevant. I'm just ranting at this point, but it's just like, I really want to be excited by Hearthstone again. I'm not currently excited by Hearthstone. There's been a lot of disappointing moments within 2024, to say the absolute least, and there's just a lot of people that are just not that excited by the game. And currently I am so burnt out to where I don't want to make a Hearthstone video until the core set comes. If I have something else more fun, like an Impossible Stone that I want to put together, then we'll put that out there. But yeah, dude, just know, guys, I'm kind of struggling at the moment. So thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I really had nothing else to say other than I'm kind of struggling, and I really hope that Blizzard can turn Hearthstone around in 2025, because I'm starting to reach a limit, unfortunately. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this not really deck breakdown, and we will see you for the next video.